What if everything you thought you knew about bravery, about self-worth, even what it means to be a hero, what if that was put to the ultimate test?
Yeah, and not just by external enemies,
Yeah.
but by the sheer weight of a reputation you didn't even earn.
Exactly. That crushing weight of inheritance, that's the really powerful, almost unsettling question right at the heart of our deep dive today.
It really is. We're diving into Brandon Sanderson's Skyward, specifically Skyward #1. And let me tell you, this is way more than just a cool space adventure.
Oh, absolutely.
It's a profound, sometimes pretty uncomfortable look at identity, at courage, and what it actually takes to rise above what everyone expects you to be, good or bad.
Yeah, the expectations imposed by society or, even your own family.
Right.
And as you're listening, just know you are experiencing a unique two-host AI conversation powered by Google's NotebookLM, which lets us get into some deeper, more dynamic book analysis.
Our goal today is basically to explore how Sanderson pulls this off, how he crafts this story. To entertain, sure, but also to challenge and really resonate with you, the listener.
Whether you're maybe a young adult hitting these themes fresh, or an adult seeing these, timeless struggles reflected back. So, let's really unpack this amazing book.
Okay, so to really get Skyward, we need to sort of lay the groundwork, starting with the author himself.
Brandon Sanderson.
Brandon Sanderson.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy's a giant in fantasy and sci-fi, right?
Yeah.
His credibility, his ethos, it's built on years of incredibly detailed worlds, complex magic.
Oh, the systems.
Exactly. And characters that just feel real.
Yeah.
You pick up a Sanderson book, you pretty much know you're getting something meticulously thought out.
And the timing, 2018, that was interesting too. Skyward was his big move into YA sci-fi.
Right, when the genre was just exploding, getting much broader appeal.
Yeah, and you can tell he wasn't just writing for teens. He was intentionally weaving in adult perspectives too, which I think is why it works for such a crossover audience.
Totally. It feels universal. You get those classic YA coming-of-age vibes, the struggle for identity.
But framed with a seriousness, a kind of scope that hooks anyone. It doesn't matter if you're 14 or 40.
And that really speaks to the book's purpose, which, like you said at the start, goes way beyond just entertainment. Sanderson isn't just telling a fun story here.
No, he's doing more.
He's actively challenging how we think about heroes, about courage, about who we are deep down. He takes common tropes, the lone hero, the obvious bad guy, and kind of dismantles them.
Or at least complicates them massively.
Right. He promotes these deeper themes instead.
Yeah.
Perseverance, finding your own value when everyone tells you you're worthless, fundamentally rethinking what bravery even looks like.
Which leads us straight to the core conflict, the main subject, Spensa's journey. Her dad was this famous pilot, then branded a coward during a huge battle. And that shame, that legacy, has just completely defined her life.
Yeah, it hangs over everything.
So she's desperate, absolutely driven to overcome that reputation, those incredibly rigid, judgmental rules of her society and her path. Become a starfighter pilot herself.
Defending humanity on this besieged alien planet. It's that classic underdog thing, but with this really personal, almost painful edge to it.
And the tone of the book reflects that complexity, doesn't it? It shifts quite a bit.
It really does. It can be very emotional, hopeful, and genuinely funny sometimes. Spensa's inner thoughts, her banter.
She's got a sharp wit.
Definitely. But then, almost on a dime, it snaps into these super intense, nail-biting, kind of visceral battle scenes in space.
Yeah, the aerial combat is amazing.
So it's approachable, like you said, but it's layered. It moves between that lighthearted stuff and really high-stakes drama so smoothly. Keeps you hooked, but also really invested emotionally.
That balance is key to how it connects, how it wields its rhetorical power. So, okay, let's dig into that. Beyond Sanderson's own reputation, which gives him instant credibility.
Right, the ethos is already there.
It's the world building inside the book that really makes you believe. You're not just reading, you're immersed.
It's amazing how he does it. Think about grand stories, her wisdom.
Oh, yeah, they feel like real folklore.
Exactly. Or the depiction of defiant society. It's so stark, almost brutal. It's shaped by this constant war and fear. You believe it.
And then the tech, the rules of flight, it all feels grounded somehow.
Yeah.
Even the sci-fi elements obey their own logic.
Right. The rules feel consistent. It enhances the belief, makes the stakes feel genuinely real. You trust this world because it feels, well, lived in, solid.
And then there's the raw emotional pull, the pathos. Spensa's journey is obviously central here.
Oh, totally. You feel her fighting against that stigma, her huge dreams, but also the grief and confusion about her dad.
You feel her anger, her embarrassment, her hope. And then finally, that sense of hard-won triumph. It's a real emotional roller coaster. You're right there with her.
And those big themes, bravery versus cowardice, self-worth against judgment, dealing with trauma, they hit hard, especially maybe for younger readers, but really for anyone.
But it's not all doom and gloom.
No, definitely not. The humor, the warmth between the characters, Spence's own bold, kind of audacious personality.
And Mbot. We have to mention Mbot.
Oh, Mbot. The sarcastic AI, he's fantastic. That stuff fosters such a strong connection. You laugh out loud, then maybe you're holding your breath a page later. It works.
So you've got the author's credibility, the immersive world, the emotional connection, and underneath all that is this solid, logical structure, the logos.
Yeah, this story makes sense. Clear cause and effect. Actions have consequences. The training isn't random. Each flight builds on the last.
The depiction of the aerial combat feels really thought out, too. The physics, the tactics, the sheer chaos of it sometimes.
And the training arc itself feels believable. You see Spensa grow, struggle, learn. It mirrors real challenges. Her eventual skill feels earned, not just handed to her.
Which ties back to that internal consistency you mentioned earlier.
Exactly. The flight mechanics, the social structure dictated by fear, the way the Krell attack, is all explained just enough to feel logical within its own rules.
It grounds the fantastic elements, lets you invest without constantly thinking, wait, would that really work?
Right. It's just really coherent world building, masterfully done.
Okay, so let's unpack how he does it even more. The actual craft, the hidden mechanics behind Skyward. Language and style, for instance.
Well, the language is very accessible, kind of colloquial. Perfect for YA, makes it easy to jump in.
But it never feels simplistic or like he's talking down to the reader. It's smart but approachable.
Totally. And he blends that with really vivid, action-packed descriptions, especially in the dogfights. You almost feel the G's.
And the sentence structure changes, right?
Yeah.
Short, punchy during action.
Yeah, heightens the tension. Then longer, more reflective sentences when Spensa's thinking about her dad or her place in the world. It controls the pacing beautifully.
He uses a lot of metaphors and similes too, doesn't he? Especially around flying.
Oh, yeah, to capture the freedom, the danger, the sort of poetry of it. But maybe even stronger are the motifs, like that recurring idea of the spark within us.
That inner potential.
Exactly. This core strength that's inside, regardless of what the world throws at you. It runs through the whole book, reinforcing those themes of self-discovery, resilience.
Structurally, it uses that classic zero-to-hero arc. We see Spensa start with nothing.
But Sanderson layers it with that deep mystery about her father. Was he a coward? Or is there more to the story? That question just pulls you forward. You need to know.
And that's where it gets really interesting intellectually, because he's not just building a hero in the traditional sense.
No, he's really questioning what that even means. This is where the irony and the subversion come in strong.
Yeah, those traditional heroic ideals, they get seriously challenged, even kind of torn down. Spensa starts out wanting glory, revenge, very typical hero stuff.
But the book makes her and you question that motivation. It redefines bravery away from just external acts and towards something more internal, like fortitude, integrity.
It's a really thought-provoking angle. It makes you reconsider your own ideas about courage. It's not just about Spensa, it reflects back on you.
It really does. It pushes you past simple definitions. And hey, if you find this kind of deep dive, this AI analysis, inspiring that kind of reflection and rational thought, you should definitely check out Mindful Moments. That's our YouTube channel. It's all about exploring books and ideas that challenge perceptions and spark critical thinking, much like Skyward does.
Good shout. A great place to keep digging into these kinds of themes.
Absolutely.
And we can't forget the humor, going back to the craft, Mbot again, the banter.
Crucial. It provides balance, stops it getting too overwhelmingly dark.
And grand stories, too, referencing Earth legends. It's a nice touch, grounding Spensa's world in myth, but also contrasting it with her harsh reality.
Yeah, that mix of myth, humor, and gritty realism is really effective.
So let's talk impact. Why does Skyward ultimately matter? Did Sanderson achieve his purpose?
I'd say absolutely. He definitely entertains. The action is thrilling, Spence is compelling, but he also makes you question those easy hero stories.
That balance is key. Action, emotion, and real philosophical questions all in a YA package. It's quite an achievement.
And the appeal is so broad. It hits home for YA readers, dealing with identity and pressure, but it's totally engaging for adults too, making you think about prejudice, legacy, identity.
It really transcends age brackets.
And the ethical depth is significant too. It tackles prejudice, the tough realities of war, without offering easy answers.
No simple resolutions here.
Nope. It prompts reflection, makes you grapple with loyalty, sacrifice, the gray areas. It leaves you with questions, not neat conclusions, which is powerful.
So wrapping it up, Skyward is just a brilliant piece of work in YA speculative fiction. You've got the resonant story, the smart subversion of tropes, that perfect blend of logic, emotion, and credibility.
All built on that classic Sanderson foundation of world building and really clear, accessible writing. It's not just a good story, it's a smart story.
Yeah, it doesn't just entertain, it kind of teaches you how to think about stories, about big ideas.
Exactly. It makes you think critically about who we are, what bravery really means, and the narratives, the stories we inherit or choose for ourselves. It leaves you wondering, maybe, what unexamined stories are you carrying around and how much you want to rewrite them?
That's a great final thought. And if you want to keep exploring ideas like this, keep reflecting and thinking rationally, remember to check out Mindful Moments on YouTube and our podcasts for more deep analysis.
Definitely. So for you, the listener, click the link on screen if you want the in-depth book summary. Please subscribe, share this with someone who'd appreciate it, maybe grab the book using the link, and most importantly, keep thinking critically about the stories that shape how we see the world and ourselves.